Okay. You are now tuned into the Dreamaker Podcast. It has been a long time coming. I'm your boy Dre. The wait is long overdue. And we here. So I know you've been seeing a lot of stuff on Instagram and social media, and you're like, yo, what's going on? What is he doing? What is he doing now? Well, this is what I'm doing now. I'm creating my podcast. I'm starting my brand. I'm not working under nobody. I'm tired of that. I'm working for myself. And this is what we're doing. Very important that you know that. There's a lot of things I got going on, a lot of things that's coming. As you can see, the dating show, I'm gonna need your reviews on that. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more punchier. That way I can grab your attention, because a lot of you have short attention spans. So when you're asking me, why isn't it longer? And it's like, yo, let's keep it a buck. Did you even watch the first minute? No, you probably didn't. You probably didn't watch the first minute. Hence the case in point why, I'm so hesitant to release, because I just know you guys, you guys' attention spans are too short. So what I'm personally doing now, more so, I'm not making entire films. I'm doing short films. I'm doing short films and short series. So that includes sci-fi, drama, reality shows, any show. If you got an idea, come bring it this way. Bring it to the Dreamaker, your boy. That way I can make it happen. And I'm specifically focused on verticals, right? I'm going to have some stuff done in landscape for those who know the lingo. Vertical drama is basically short form on your phone, in your hand, portrait looking like this all day. You're just looking at your phone and you're watching and you doom scrolling. That's what I'm focused on. I'm focusing on you doom scrollers. That's what I'm focusing on. Now, I will have some of these things in landscape, but for the most part, the only thing I'm gonna have landscape that I know of is a podcast. And even that, by the time I clip it up, it's not landscape anymore. You just watching me, a talking head, speaking, telling you about all the stuff I got going on. Now, the reason why it's important that you know that, because this podcast is based on business and entrepreneurship. Small business, solo entrepreneurship, medium tier business, big business. We're going to stand on business. With that also being said, I do offer other services. One of the services I do offer podcast services. So if you see my podcast and you like how it looks and you want your podcast to look like that, that's fine. Slide in the DM. Hey, yo. Slide in the DM. Hit me up. And we're going to work on something. If you just want to shoot and you feel like I got everything else, I can handle it on my own, I just need somebody to shoot it for me and then hand me the file, we do that here as well. That happens in the studio, Dreamaker Studio. So if you have your podcast or you have something you want to shoot, we do that here. I do offer editing services. I do offer cinematography services, and I want to make sure, and I want to clarify this too, not videography, cinematography. And it's very important that I clarify that, because there's a lot of rappers, and I love my rappers, trust me, I do, but most of the times rappers need videographers, and people who are shooting in the clubs, those are videographers. That's like a run and gun type of shooting most times. I mean, rappers, they do a little bit more cinematic stuff, but for the most part is run and gun. And I don't really, no disrespect to videographers, what they do, I just don't want to do. I don't want to just be running around shooting everything. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for shooting what I want to shoot. That's another thing too. Like, I'm not saying no to bread, but I will say this. If it involves me doing more outside of what I'm doing and it's taking too much time away from what I envision, I just respectfully. Okay, now that we crossed that bridge, welcome to Dreamaker. This podcast today, considering that this is technically the first podcast, because most of my pods are going to be solo. Not that I don't entertain guests. Like, I entertain guests here and there, maybe a little bit more, but I really want to do solo pods, based on past experiences. Too much people in a room, bump heads. So I'm on my solo stuff. You feel me? Also, I don't know if I should bring this out now. I should bring this out later. So this podcast, I believe the title is going to be, I don't know, Entrepreneurship, Day 1, Day 2, or Sneakers, right? Because I'm pretty sure I posted up on the gram the sneakers, branding, sneakers, how to make them, how to build them. Are you ready to build them? I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. But I do know that there are people that are interested in building their sneaker brand, building their footwear company. And the hurdles that they tend to have, believe it or not, are not necessarily marketing and all the other, I don't even say technical things, but all the other administration things that go on. It's actually the product. Making a sneaker, just like any business, is not easy. It is hard. I've made 2 already, right? And I'm here to tell you it's no walk in the park. You're not gonna you could just take this up and freestyle it, but even that, you're gonna find loopholes and hurdles in that, where if you're not facing quality issues, you're facing other issues. Most of the manufacturers you're gonna reach out to, you're gonna have to reach out to them at night if you're in the US. I don't know your time zone. I don't even know when you're watching this. And most likely this is my first pod, so it might not even be no views. But if you do find this and you do stumble upon this, this is information for you to know. Now, without further ado, I'll bring on my first pair. Yeah. These are my babies right here. Yeah. I'm gonna bring these in screen so they're not out of focus. Okay. Very important that you see that. All right. Clean. Trenches by Dre. Very important that you know that. Trenches by Dre. Yup. Your boy. Right? This other foot. Something you probably seen, didn't see. You know what I mean? If any of you got these prints on your jacket, that was from your boy stomping you out. You heard? Yeah. All right. So let's get into these pairs. These pairs, first of all, the colorway might look a little striking, right? If you know kicks, which I don't know if you do or you don't, but I'm gonna make the assumption that you don't. So this colorway was inspired by the Laney 14s. The Laney 14s has like a striking suede blue with a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, a little bit of black, and I just thought that was fire. I just took the same colorway and said, yo, whatever sneaker I make, it has to have that colorway. I don't want no other colorway but this one. Like, this is fire. Now making these were not easy. I'll start by saying this. There are steps to making sneakers. Don't think you can freestyle it. A lot of these things take planning and consultation, right? So if you want to make your sneakers, if you like brands, if you like content creation, if you like brand creation, if you like product creation, holla at your boy. You can hit me in the DM, you can hit me in the message. Now, the funny thing with a sneaker, right? What I've learned on this journey is that the sole is literally the soul of the sneaker. Sounds weird, right? But It is the sole of the sneaker. The sole is where you drop the most bread at. So listen, if you're going to make this sneaker, first thing I tell you, make your own size. Don't make nobody else's size. Make your size, right? For your sample. Sport them, rock it. But the sole is where things become costly. So with that being said, a mold, because when they mass produce these sneakers, they make molds, right? They make molds for each sneaker, right? And these molds are for the sole. So the sole has a mold, right? You got the rubbers, the bottom sole, the midsole, the bottom sole, the outer sole, and then the midsole. That's on the inside. When you take your soles out, that's the midsole. So to make one sole, I made these in 2023. To make one sole is gonna run you in 2023. One sole will run you $800, and that's a custom sole. That's a sole that you created from your own design, made, crafted and then they make it into a mold, right? $800. That's a deal. Deals for soles could go anywhere from $600 to $800, and that's just for the sole. Now, I wanna throw another thing at you, right? That's just one size. So if you wear a size 9 and somebody else wants your sneaker and they go, yo, I wear size 11, or I wear size 12 like your boy, I wear 11 and a half, anywhere between 11 and 12. That's why I said that. And they go, yo, I want a sneaker, right? Now you got to pay the sole price for that 11 or 12 size sneaker for that client, right? So with that being said, you already paid $800 for your sole. Now you got to pay additional $800 for his or her sole, right? So when you start breaking these numbers down and you start doing some math, making sneakers could become extremely pricey. And the thing about it is, it's a product. So if you're a hustler, you're going to know how to move it. If you're not a hustler, it's going to be a little problem. If you're not a hustler, it's going to be a problem. To make multiple soles, which most manufacturers do, we talking sizes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're talking probably 7 sizes in men's. I don't know if you're going to make women's sizes as well, but about 7 to 8 sizes times 8, you already, and that's just a sole, you're already at like 5-6 racks, right? And that's a crazy part. And that's, you at 5-6 racks before you even mass produce a sneaker. You get what I'm saying? But you need that upfront 5-6 racks if you're gonna drop and create your own sole. Now, this is where it gets even more pricey. But it's not bad. I'll be honest with you. Once you get past that first hurdle, it's not bad. Now we talking mass production, right? If you savvy enough and you can find a manufacturer to mass produce these at a low order, or what some would say low MOQ, minimum order quantity, for those who don't know. Minimum order quantity, if you could find somebody to do 100, maybe 200, most likely it's going to be 5, maybe 300 sizes, right? I'll say the sole is per each is about 15. The upper is probably like 10. Sometimes the sole could be cost a little bit more. I say right now the given rate for a full sneaker, 1, after you get past making all the soles, and you don't got to worry about the upper. There is no, that's another thing too. There is no mold for the upper. It's just a mold for the sole because it involves rubber, plastic and all of these things that support the feet. Right. So on average, one shoe is gonna cost you anywhere from $35 to upwards of $45. Right. And that includes shipping to your front door. That includes all the manufacturer costs, all the taxes, all the fees. $35 to $45, right? That's not including a box. Yeah. So let's max out. Let's say you want a box. Now you have 55. I'd probably say 55. You could probably skate and get something for 50. But now you have 50. And the minimum order quantity, to be honest, the lowest I was able to get was 300 pairs. I was able to get a quote for 300 pairs. And this is why it's important to work with people who know what they're doing. Most minimum orders is 1,000. You might be lucky if you find somebody to do it for 500. But if you got a good talk game like your boy, you can get somebody to do it for 300 pairs. So let's say 50 pairs times 300 plus the upfront cost of the sole, which is about 5 to 6 racks. We're gonna round up and say 6 racks. You had 21K. You had 21,000, and now you have 300 pairs of sneakers with a box, because I rounded up with a box, ready to sell. But it's gonna cost you 21,000. And this is why people don't make sneakers. Sad to say. This is why that industry is hard to tap into, because it ends up being extremely costly, right? If you have a passion for footwear, then by all means go ahead. I mean, I have a passion for cinematography. I like the way the cameras are set up. I like the way it looks. I like the lighting. I like camera 1 and I like camera 2. And I like going from camera 1 to camera 2. I like that stuff. So I'll spend the money. 21,000 is nothing to me. I didn't spend that already doing this stuff. So with that being said, if you're into sneakers and this is something you're passionate about and you want to start your footwear brand, come here. If you have other brands that you want to start and other products that you want to start, come here. I am a product creator, product solver, problem solver, product solver, whatever issue you have with your product, I can get it handled. That's my skill set. Mr. Execution. Now, we're gonna go into the next piece of footwear that I created. And you know what's funny? I like this one more than the blue ones I made, only because it's like I put more thought into it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna make a product, it's very important that you put your time and energy into the products that you make. Don't just wing it. You get what I'm saying? Take your time. It's no rush. Ooh. So, another pair of trenches. I decided to take the Jordan route when I said trenches. Like, be consistent. Like, so those would be like, the blue ones would be like my ones, and these would be like my twos, right? So, it's very important that you understand that. I'm very like I told you, I took energy and thought when I made this pair, right? Let me let you see it right here, because you know the autofocus is gonna go out of focus. You know what I'm saying? You know, in a real way though, right? So notice here, you know, I'm a believer in the man upstairs. And yes, I do believe he is a man. No offense to those who don't. And I'm a believer. I'll say that. I'm definitely a believer. If you notice right here, I got the 144. Bring that back. I got the 144. And then at the side, I want a little scripture here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm pointing right. A little scripture right here. You heard? A little scripture right here. You know, if you know, you know. I'll say that much. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, these I like these pairs more than I like the other pairs. These are pre-laced. So it's already laced up, ready to go. You just slide these on. You slide these on and you strap them down here, and then boom, now you locked in. You are locked in. Now you could sport and run around the road. That also comes with the extra strap that you put here. You pull it all the way to the back. It lines up just like this. So you take this off, right? That's how you see the full front. You put that back. It's a little flap here. Yeah. I got inspired off the Cole Wilders. So if you see the Cole Wilders, there's a similar design, but yeah, I definitely took a page out the Cole Wilders. Cole Wilders, Reebok makes those. Reebok makes nice kicks, but I do too. These sneakers, right? Just like the other ones, same thing. You got your upper, you got your sole. This ran me. So now, sidebar. To do samples, which is the way you should start. To do a sample, which this was a sample, samples can run you anywhere from $300 to $500. Both of my samples was $5. I spent bread. Now that we got through that and we touched the sneaker product, I can't give you too much sauce. I gotta give y'all milk first. I can't give you no meat. Pause. I gotta give you the milk and y'all gotta drink it. Cause if I start giving you stuff that's solid, you're just gonna end up choking up. Right? That's why I avoid too much. I avoid the technical things now. Because once we go too technical, you know, y'all oh shoot, damn. And that's not what I need. I need y'all to be locked in and focused. And I need you to come back. I can't give you all the sauce one shot. I just gave you mad sauce. You get what I'm saying? Why would you watch anything else if I just give it to you one shot? That way you could just, oh, I got it now. Nah, this is what consultation is for. You got to consult me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know how to get it done, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? And get on it. I'll be honest with you. Get on it. Because guess what? The next man is. The next man is. And you don't want to be the next man. So, I do want to give some shout outs. I want to shout out a small business that I know of. This brother is an entrepreneur as well. He is doing amazing things. And his product is very simple. It's like no, how should I say it? There's no reason for you to not get it. You get what I'm saying? Like his product is an everyday product, right? That's your boy right there, Pro Water. Shout out to Pro Water. I went to an event where homeboy was there and he was just handing out water. And I'm like, water? I'm like, you know, I'm a product dude. I like products. I love products. So when I see products, if you want to get me, show me a product. Because I size that product up. And I said, yo, I could get one? He said, yeah. So, you know, your boy down that water. You know, I was thirsty as hell. And, yeah, Jamaica water, it's very unique. It's not common. You don't meet a lot of people, entrepreneurs that are making water. And the thing is, right, this water, I don't know, but it just like stays cold. Like it's constantly cold. I don't know. I don't even think it's water no more. This is enhanced water. You get what I'm saying? This is like some type of enhanced water. This is crazy. Look at this. And I'm just, look at what it's on the back. And I'm just now seeing this. Pro Water was created for those who pursue mastery, not just in sports or performance, but in life. Unleashing your inner pro means moving with purpose, living with clarity, and elevating each moment with intention. Drink with purpose, live like a pro. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.